tease. Come on, come on, come on, prove me wrong. Tuck your friendship bracelet back in your shell suit sleeve. Come on back in time with me.
Fiddle again, and hello, it's Fo, and welcome back to Project Zomboid. Our man, Ramos Ravioli, is woken up at 5, has a peek outside, it's still dark, and he's like, oh no, we're not going out yet, time for some reading. So he manages to get to 7 before his anxiety takes over. And he needs a smoke. His weight is going up. Yeah, we don't want to get into the high 80s, otherwise we'll become overweight. We've been munching quite freely, so we're not underweight anymore. But we don't want to go too far the other way. Taking our minibus out on the road. Go and dispatch some of the wandering undead. We're right across the road from the gated community. That's the biggest and poshest houses in the game. Hopefully we'll get plenty of awesome loot when we get there. These houses are also not too shabby. Thought the zombie was going to be behind one of the doors rather than trying to get into one of the rooms. Yeah, I feel a little bit bad for them when we're sneaking up on them. But it makes up for all the jump scares. Where you open a door and there's a Zomboid hiding behind it, waiting to get you. Still working on our carpentry, as well as cautiously going through and inspecting every cabinet, getting all the loot we can. Again, we don't have all the propane in the world. Be working on metalwork in every house, disassembling every metal thing that we see. We'll see how many barbecues and things we come across. 4 boxes of nails is amazing. Yeah, you can only build an awesome base as big as the amount of nails you've got. Super important. We can chop down trees to get an almost endless supply of wood. Nails, on the other hand, yeah, we could find boxes of them or disassemble absolutely every piece of furniture to try and get nails. Hammers are pretty easy to come by also. Still working on our electronics as well. Got another propane tank. It's a sight for sore eyes. Can get them from the barbecues as well. Duct tape and nails. And a generator. This shed's got everything. Yeah, we'll come through another sliding door. Can hear someone in the garage. They were more interested in the garage door itself. I think once they start banging on it and making a noise, they're attracted to the noise they're making themselves. Yeah, you can hear the bumping of some more occupants. But to proceed with caution. Don't want to be caught lacking. Approach things from a different angle. Come back for the zombie. We could try using the guns, but it makes more noise than it's worth. We also don't want to be laden when we do find the zombie. Make a trip back. Dump off the stuff first. Yeah, it gets you on edge. The longer it takes you to find the zombie. If you're as fast as that, when you open the door, you start swinging. Yeah, as long as there's just one, yeah, you should be fine. It's when you open the door and there's 4 or 5 of them. You've suddenly got to change plans. And make a run for it back the way you came. Or if you have a decent weapon, like a machete or something, then maybe start walking backwards and swinging. If you've got a decent nimble level, that'll help with that. You can walk a bit faster when you're aiming. Yeah, different situations, different tactics. Depends how long it takes for you to panic, come up with a plan, and then execute it. Yeah, if there's just one, you should be fine. Never seems to be 2, it's sort of usually 1, and then when it goes wrong, it's like 4 or 5. So it depends on the size of the room as well. Getting a lovely collection of firearms. And musical instruments. Trying to box in this area. Make it a little bit safer. Can use ropes to rappel down from the rooftops. Once we've set up these little fences, we've got something to attach the rope to. Yeah, we want to keep working on our metal walls and roofing in our rooms to sort of solidify them. The internal walls, we can just use wood. Yeah, we definitely want at least 1 layer of metal all the way around our base. Maximum protection. A good way to get some metalworking XP. Driven past some zombies. Don't want to leave any behind you. As soon as you see the zombies, you want to stop and approach timidly, so you can only draw in a few at a time. Rather than carry on driving, drive past a bunch of them and then stop. Yeah, that's not good for you. So they're coming at you from every direction. Switch up to the machete. Sometimes it's required. And you've got multiples. And they are potentially coming at you from different angles. So we've leveled up our long blade skill quite a few times. It is largely 1 hit, 1 kill. They do get close up to you, and there's a couple of them. You will sort of push one and then strike one. Get another friendship bracelet. We've made another friend in the apocalypse. It's a shame that we've killed them, but we were doing them a favour because they turned into a zombie. We'll remember them fondly with the friendship bracelet. Yeah, we're picking up lots of bits and bobs. Got a car key. It's got some gas in it, so we can take it down to one of our next good locations. Get some decent loot from the Gigamart. First we've got to deal with all these lot. Can imagine they all had the same plan as the apocalypse started. We'll all get down there to the Gigamart and that'll be the place to hole up. And we'll just eat all the stuff slowly and barricade the Gigamart, it'll be fun. And by the time they got there, there was already zombies there and they all got eaten or turned. Yeah, they are kind of evenly distributed, but then they clump up. And the random noises can make them move around and unclump, and then reclump with other ones. Yeah, strange behaviour. It's not all that predictable. The migration patterns of zombies. Yeah, if there were enough survivors, I'm sure there'd be scientists working on studying the zombies. If there aren't any surviving soldiers in Louisville, I'm sure they'll be working on it. Trying to study the zombies, try to get a cure. Yeah, just because we've got the ability to hotwire the vehicles doesn't mean they're in any condition to go. A lot of the time they just don't have gas. Yeah, a lot of the time there's enough wrong with them. They need a bit of work. And the wrecked ones, obviously, will give us the option to dismantle them if we've got the propane for it. Transferring stuff in the van. And there's an approaching zombie. You can't really do anything when you're in the middle of an action when you're in the van. So starting it up and driving a little bit. That's the way forward. Literally and figuratively. So we'll level up our long blunt. Have a ciggy to celebrate. So our crowbar will be a bit more effective. Baseball bats and things. But generally the crowbar. Something about the ambulances that I feel they'd be great vehicles. You can turn on the sirens to draw in the zombies. Make a lot of noise on purpose. But I've never done that. Usually try to be sneakier. These trauma bags are good. Usually got decent supplies in them. And they make for a good bag if you don't have anything better. Try to get some sneaking XP. Sneaking up to the big lot of zombies. Try to draw just a few of them. Yeah, that's the way. Crouch walk into their vicinity and hope that you only attract a few of them. Break up the bigger groups. Take them all out. disassemble their watches, steal any food, any weaponry or anything they might have on them. Should be free to loot this place for our heart's desire. There's an upstairs and a back room and everything, where there could be more lurking. Keep a low profile. Try and work our way through stuff. Hopefully we can pick up a whole bunch of stuff before they burst through any doors. Come down to find us. Yeah, it's a general store. It's like the one that we base up in. It's a good mixture of things on the shelves. Kitchen stuff, farming stuff, electronics. Yeah, a good mix of stuff. It's worth checking every shelf. Thankfully a lot of the fresh stuff is still fresh. Never get adventurous enough to make pancakes or use eggs and milk and stuff for recipes. It's mainly just drink the milk, eat the cheese. And the butter can stay there forevermore. It's not going to go out of date. The eggs, as I say, I don't think I've ever used the eggs. Yeah, there's plenty more tinned food. Non-perishable stuff. But we'll need a couple of trips in order to get it all. We'll try and prioritize the perishable food. It's like a jewellery place. They can often have plenty of watches for us to disassemble. Yeah, there are still plenty of zombies around. We'll get some mint condition denim and leather here. Can also get some friends. We'll take the mannequins back to the base. Once we've got some fun rooms set up, we can have the mannequins like in our bar and stuff. Yeah, I've done it before where you set up a mannequin and then every time you come back into the room you get a little fright. Something instinctively, you see a humanoid figure. When you turn around the corner, you're like, ah, zombie. No, it's just a mannequin. One that I put there for fun. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. There's plenty of decent industrial sort of kitchens around for us to get big fridge freezers if we want them. The sort of steel cabinets, which look nice. We want our sort of concrete room to be filled with all the steel cabinets. Nice sterile room for all our medical stuff. Zombie trying on some clothes. A bit too slow, I'm afraid. Yeah, not even fantastic clothes that they were trying on. There's stuff in the hairdresser, but nothing important. cosmetic stuff. These sort of offices. Mainly cigarettes and lighters and stuff that we want. Can take tape and magazines for boredom and things. Yeah, I don't think we really need them yet. Again, you could take these books for boredom for the long term. It's more likely something you'd come back for. If we take every magazine and crossword and everything, we'll certainly run out of room back at base pretty quickly for them. There's plenty of them about. But we kind of want to go through the VHS. It's more entertaining. So yeah, we can always go back for things if we really want to. Picking up absolutely everything. That's like a beginner's pitfall. You certainly need a lot less than I pick up. I don't pick up everything. Got a poor dead mouse in one of our traps. Get that butchered and put in a freezer. Get rebaited with some chocolate. Yeah, we will get on to making bigger traps at some point. Get our trapping level up. Well, that's for after all the food has gone bad from all the houses. We'd rather eat pre-apocalypse fun food like pizzas and burgers and things, rather than eating rabbit stews and mouse pie. Yeah, it depends on how squeamish you think you'd be in the apocalypse. Yeah, if it was me, I think I would definitely be trying to hoard all the pre-apocalypse food. Enjoy the luxuries of suddenly exotic things. It would be rare. You're not going to be growing certain foods and things in every climate. And even tinned food is only going to last a certain number of years. Definitely have to get into growing something. Fishing and hunting, trapping. Yeah, you would have to get good at that if you wanted to survive in the long term. Ramos is working on his foraging. Good when you've got some time to kill and don't want to go too far away from the base. There's sort of spawn points where you're going to find things foraging. Things respawn there. I think it's once a day. So as long as you're not constantly going around the same places, you should be able to forage every day. Can I get a double day episode? 5:10. Not much better than 5. Not gonna kid ourselves about going outside, are we? It's not too bad with the street lights still on. It's not quite as spooky as it could be. If we go wandering too far away, where there's no street lights, yeah, it can get real spooky really quickly. All it takes is for one random wandering zombie to just appear at the base, for it to not feel safe anymore. Yeah, we'll stay inside for a little bit. Read the book. As he starts getting anxious, give him a ciggy break. Yeah, visibility is much better at 6. You can usually tell what the weather's going to be like. If it's going to be misty and horrible, it usually starts about the 6. Reads until 7. Takes the van just up the road. Small group of houses on the west. Scores that third bookshelf. Not much hassle. And sets off an alarm. Usually when the house has a for sale sign outside, means it's totally empty. So we're just supposed to be checking it as a matter of course. Does have a couple of things in it. Not worth having a fight with loads of zombies for. Of these purple walls. There's another house with all purple carpets and a piano in it. Stylishly decorated. Yeah, once we figure out the plastering of walls, maybe paint them. That's for the long term. Once we're constructing whole rooms. There we go, here's the house with the awesome purple carpet and the piano. Definitely want to take the piano for the bar. Need to put down the wooden flooring if you want to pop down the carpets or anything. The luxury flooring that you find in people's homes. We're just using the concrete for the flooring of our extension rooms. Don't think it's worth popping down an extra layer of wood just to pop down black and white squares for the kitchen and carpet for our little study room. I think it's excessive. If we get as far as making rooms in the tier above, we can maybe use carpets and things there. I think we'll have enough going on container wise. We won't need to worry about it. People won't be able to see the floor. Yeah, so we've tactically bashed a hole in the wall so we can get from our living room through to our kitchen. Got a table in, once we get some chairs popped in as well. Yeah, there won't be much floor to look at. So we've got our washing machine placed where we're going to have the rain collectors. I want to stagger the rain collectors with a space in between each one, so it's clear which sinks lead to which rain collector. Get our piano placed in what's going to be our fantastic bar. Yeah, lifting rather heavy stuff. He's feeling it. Cutting down the trees is kind of exhausting as well. Oh. Yep. Using the crafted axes. They will break. Some last longer than others. I think the maintenance level will affect that. I'll say we'll get a tiny little bit of maintenance XP if we don't break it. I think it's just sort of RNG. So we've replaced the wall that we destroyed with a door frame and a door. Our kitchen's coming together. Still need to make a back wall for it. Making a few window walls basically, so that we can see through into the rooms and we can get some light, natural light travelling through between rooms. If the zombie does break through the exterior, I like to be able to see them before we walk into another part of the base that we think is safe. Yeah, we're going through the axes. Yeah, it's all good if you've got a wood axe in immaculate condition. Ideally several, if you want to be chopping down that much wood. Yeah, there should be enough materials from leveling up your foraging to make sort of infinite stone axes. So our wood walls are looking pretty good. So our carpentry level is up. Decent quality internal walls. He's suffering a bit from carrying all the heavy logs. We're making him do some work, which will undoubtedly tire him out. He'll become tired earlier on in the day. But he'll recover his health. Do a bit of gentle foraging. Pick up some stuff that's kicking about. We find more chipstone. That's the rarest item we've got in making the stone axes. Tend to find more stones than chipstones. Every chipstone is essentially another axe that we can make. So we just need the rags and the branches, tree branches, which we get when we're chopping down the trees. Yeah, the chipstone is the rarest part of the cycle. We can take these beasties that we're finding. I have no intention of cooking them and eating them. That'll be last on the list. Some of the more obscure items that you pick up when you're foraging give you massive amounts of XP for no good reason. Just got to level up. You can find keys to vehicles as well. Radio van is pretty cool. Much like the ambulance. It's like a cool version of a vehicle that you want anyway, because it has decent storage. Yeah, these kind of vans that have got the 2 seats and then the big boot. That's what we want. Another key. Another chipstone. Yeah, these are the things that we want. Definitely don't want centipedes. Gads. Yeah, empty cooking pot, we'll take that. Good for catching water outside that we can water our plants with. Yeah, we can leave some bigger containers like the big cooking pots and saucepans and stuff out in the garden to catch rain for when it goes a few days without and the plants start getting thirsty. Keep our crops healthy. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. Making good progress with our foraging and getting useful stuff that we can turn into more axes, that we can chop down more trees and build up our base a bit more. Got some knickknacks that we can place around, make it seem more realistic, lived in, human. Yeah, it makes sense that you would have knickknacks everywhere. Especially after a while, we're going mad. There's no one coming round. The place isn't going to be tidy and spotless. There's going to be stuff everywhere. All the loot that you've got from people's houses. Yeah, that's the plan. Don't want it to look cluttered, but realistic, lived in. Stone axes don't last forever. As I say, encourages us to do more foraging. Doing pretty well. I say it's easier to make wooden balls. But we do want a layer of metal to protect us from any intruders, undead or otherwise. We want to read more of our metalwork book for doing any metalwork. Try and maximize the XP we're getting. Presumably that'll increase the yield of metal stuff that we get from disassembling metal objects. It'll certainly increase the potency of the metal walls. It'll be tougher for the zombies to destroy, should they get there. Yeah, we're stealing windows, but not without breaking one. Can't pick them up when they're open, got to close them first. Pretty heavy. Once we've got the big hiking bag, we'll hold a couple of them. There's nothing else in the bag. Take some curtains as well. If we do see a zombie from one of our nice rooms in our extension, we can just close the curtains on them and pretend they're not there. Yeah, we also want sinks and cabinets. Successfully picking up more than we're breaking, I would say, now. Getting to that point that our carpentry is getting decent. Needlessly just destroying things less. Making less mess when we're disassembling furniture. Getting more planks and nails rather than just scrap wood. We've got a lower chance than ever before of breaking these things, but somehow, yep, sometimes RNGesus is not on your side. but there's plenty of things for us to take. There's fewer corner pieces. They're rarer. They're the ones that you really don't want to break. Should be our kitchen now. Leave room for the doorway to go through the back. Get our windows popped in to really solidify these rooms. Get some curtains popped up. Again, if we see something we don't like, we can just close them out. If we can't see them, they can't see us. Don't think we'll be going around and closing the curtains every night. Yeah, it also adds to the homeliness of it. I've sort of split up this big room before in other runs. Sort of divvy it out into smaller rooms. Make it feel more like a large home. Breaking these big shelves that we've got our tinned food on is a mistake because they're good quality storage. So it's best to just put metal shelving around the edges next to the windows and leave the internal shelving as is, I find. So we've sorted out his hunger. Get back on the rob. Get some more curtains and windows. Yeah, the bowl is a great way to freshen up some stale food. Give it a second life. Yeah, we can make lots of little trips to get windows and curtains and stuff. Plenty of windows left. There'll be plenty broken by the zombies. There'll certainly be plenty left. So once we've got this roof finished, that should be the kitchen considered inside now. You set up another wall complete this room. It's good if it's still considered outside. It means we won't get bored when we're sitting here. We'll know when they start to get bored after a while. Just sitting there that the room is complete. Yeah, predictably he's getting tired quite early. It's only 5 o'clock. He's ready for his bed already. That's no use. Open a box of nails to continue our carpentry. But we've still got 18 boxes left, so we're doing fine. Gonna make this back wall for the kitchen. Again, we'll pop in a window somewhere so we can see through to the next part. Make sure there isn't a zombie come in for our generator. And the microwave is quite loud. But yeah, we're pretty far away from where the zombies could possibly be. Again, it's about feeling safe rather than being safe, because you're never really safe. Yeah, getting those walls set up and getting everything enclosed in. Another layer of protection. Can rest a little easier when we're in the base. Yeah, we're taking a drive far off to the west. Just sort of going to scope things out. Clear any cars that are in the way. Yeah, you don't want to come flying up one of these roads. Suddenly find a car. try to go past it, and then suddenly go really slowly on the grass, and bump into a tree. The car suddenly stops working. You're miles from home. There's zombies approaching that have heard you crash the car. You can almost hear them laughing under their murmurs. Yeah, you really don't want that. You want to avoid being too far away from home as it gets later as well. And it starts to go dark and you're far from home. That's also pretty shady. Yeah, there's heaps of zombies on the periphery, not necessarily on the roadside. This is a nice open space to try and take on a whole bunch of zombies. And you do encounter zombies on the road. You don't really want to stop and get out when there's heavy foliage either side, a lot of trees. Because you're not going to be able to see what's going on. And it can mask the true amount of zombies that are around. At least when there's a nice big open space. You can get out and back up into the nice open space. You know what's what, and you can see all the threats approaching. I just wanted to do somewhat of a loop. Make our way back. After taking out a whole bunch of zombies. They're just more or less on the road. Clear the way for future exploration. Do want to clear out all these homes. As I say, we don't want to end up too far from home when the sun goes down. Not much choice about bashing a couple of zombies there. Not hard enough to kill them though. Yeah, at least going along the riverside. It's not that bad. We've made it all the way up. There's another general store up here. There's a gas station further along. Look at that pile of zombies. Oh. Yeah, there is another gas station. Here it is. Yeah. We're hoping for a freezer from here. But is it worth fighting like 200 zombies? It's already tired. It's 7 o'clock. How many can we get through? Thankfully we're able to back up at a speed. It's pretty good. Don't need to turn around and run away. We can just turn around and walk away if it's getting too much. Yeah, other than being terrified, made it through alright. Yeah, there's certainly big clumps of zombies. The choice of trying to go back the way we came. Trying to go down the big road. Should come out back towards the factory if we do go down the road. Question is how many zombies are in the way both ways. Has to level up nimble, which is something. It means that we can back up slightly faster when we're in those kind of situations. We can be moving while we're attacking. Yeah, we're fairly going through the vitamins. Keep us awake. Hot as well. All his work he's doing. Got a gas mask and a backpack. This person was prepared. They're going to loot themselves before they were zombified. Yeah, some of them it felt like they knew what was coming. They made an effort. Like they were going to be a survivor. They realised they weren't the main character. And just instantly fell to zombies. I'm not seeing the freezer. It might be in the gas station. Waiting to see if the zombie inside manages to break down the door. While we're still fighting all the ones outside. Pop down the generator. Thought it was clear. Want to pop down the generator. Come back for the zombie. Yeah, generators are super heavy that you don't want to be caught holding onto one when there's zombies about. Yeah, eventually we'll make it into the gas station through the window. Sneak up on the zombie that's guarding it. Loot the stuff. Sure enough, we've got the ice freezer. That's the real treasure, that's what we're after. We can have it in our sort of utility room that we're making behind the kitchen. Make use of that little space. Bonus, we get some money, some cigarettes. Yeah, if we manage to get through the first 2 gas stations, we manage to use up all the petrol, and we do need to come up here. At least there's the generator here now. Yeah, there's still dribs and drabs of zombies. That one gets to live. So overloaded. Not going to get out and try and fight one. It's definitely a mistake. Yeah, we can certainly come back. Yeah, we chose to take the bigger road. Seems like a better idea. Try to take the wiggly road back through all the farms and everything that we came up. Again, it's the unknown, this top part of the road. There's a trailer that we want. These cars are busted. We should be able to dismantle them, get them out of the way. Yeah, the trailer's useful if we're going out with a car that doesn't have the big boot. Then we can attach the trailer on, give ourselves a little bit more storage. Gotta try and position your vehicle in a way, try and back it up to connect them up. And it will make your driving a little slower, a little bit more cumbersome. It's a horrific bloodbath going on there. Don't really want to stop, as it is getting late. This one's far too close to the base. I don't know where these ones are coming from. Yeah, we'll bonk them with the car. Yeah, if we come back and they're crawling, at least they'll be crawling. Follow us all the way back to the base. They were relatively close. And I swear when it rains, it triggers a bit a migration for them. They seem to come back out of nowhere. Yeah, he's tired. He's had a long day. It's time to settle in and just read for the rest of the day. Till bedtime. It's about a third of the way through his book. It's not bad going. Got a trailer, that's a scoop. Set up the freezer before we go to bed. Come back next time. See if he survives tonight. Until then, take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.